we are going to study email. How to email. We discussed in the background letter writing, its need, requirement, origin and development. Further, in continuation of the same, I would like to extend the topic to email drafting. What is the need of drafting an email? We all know email stands for electronic mail. And why there is a need? In order to explain the need, I would like to discuss these 3 points. First is LPZ. LPZ stands for liberalization, privatization and globalization. And where due to the concept of global village, it is required that we should interact internationally, interculturally and within other civilization people. For that purpose, email emerged out as the cheap and the best media for communication. And then here emerged the top. Liberalization, privatization and globalization, they are the basic generator of the need for which email is required. And then second point, we need to communicate cross-culturally. CCC, cross-cultural communication. And beyond that, there is another thing, that is umbrella term ICT, Information and Communication Technology, and jointly all these, you can say, are responsible for the emerging needs and pivotal significance of drafting an email or communicating via email. And I think this question, why email, is positively answered by focusing on these 3 points. Technology has blocked, you can say, the need of gramophone, or you can say that speed post event, that is speed post, because you can say you are getting the information on the click of a button, and you are sending the information on a click of a button, and people are restless to be communicated in no times, within seconds, at the speed of electricity. They want their masses, they want their requirements to be fulfilled, and for that purpose technology and new media are responsible for that, and they are coming as an aid to facilitate, to speed up that process. And then there comes the futuristic professional demands. For success in profession, it is required that one should be well versed in email. Again, coming to the psychological preparation of email drafting, I would like to suggest you, whenever you are angry, don't draft an email. Whenever you are uncomfortable, don't write an email. Because the choice of the word can spoil the mood of the person who is receiving that mail from your side. You are sending that mail, again it is your e-personality. Email is your e-personality, and you are sending your personality. So email should be the selection of the language, you must be very, very choosy, and about the tone, personal as well as professional. According to the need, you are advised to adopt, according to the person to whom you are communicating to. Because in any communication, your attitude is the most important thing. Not me, but you. I am not very important, but the person to whom I am sending the message, he is important. So by giving importance I will be receiving importance, my mail will be receiving importance, and then don't communicate for wastage. Communicate for the positive response. That is the professional requirement of email drafting. Here comes the format of the email. Suppose that Mr. ABC at the rate gmail.com is communicating something to Mr. XYZ at the rate gmail.com, and he wants to give a copy, send a copy of to Mr. somebody LMN and LMN123 at the rate again gmail.com, and he also wants that the same mail should go to some person, but it should not be known to the above person for the purpose of record or for some confidential purpose. Then he will be sending as this CC for carbon copy, BCC for blind carbon copy, and here the mail is being sent as the blind carbon copy to Mr. EFG 238 at the rate gmail.com. Then there should be very clear and a precise subject line. Like, suppose that this subject line you want to mention chemistry, textile, chemistry. You want to mention email, right? So the topic should be, subject should be mentioned clearly in the subject line. Then there comes salutation or address to the person to whom you are going to write the mail, drop the mail. Then for professional purpose, the term respected are not used right now. Respected, revered, they are, you can say, not in professional demand. So what we are supposed to do, we are supposed to mention, like if we are drafting mail, earlier we used to write for unmarried miss, for married misses, but these two are no longer in practice. These two addresses are not professional one. So what should we go? We should go better for MS in the case, because it stands, if you are not knowing the person who is married or unmarried, so it is applicable for both married and unmarried. And then there Mr. so on and so forth. You will be adopting dear Mr. so and so. Then for professional greetings, beginning, you should be making it polite, friendly. You should mention like this: good morning and greetings of the day. Wish that the mail meets you in good spirit. Wish that the mail meets you in good spirit. This should be your basic formal greeting tone of greeting to the person to whom you are writing to. Then you should directly go to the compact main body. What do you want? It must be again precise, and you remember, keep it simple and short. Furthermore, polite, close with expecting positive result. Like, we hope that you are going to order for, you are going to do the needful, and we are expecting a positive response. Thanks a lot. Thanking you in anticipation. And then later on, with sincere thanks and profound regards, faithfully yours, truly yours, digital signature you put, and You may write your name or you may prepare your digital signature. With that note, you will be drafting an email. Thank you. Thanks a lot.